wrestling fans. My name is Brian Crazy. You're watching my brand, That from Brand of Wrestling, and entertainment here on YouTube.com and the World Wide Web since 2010, providing you with the wrestling news, reviews, rumors, insight that you've grown accustomed to. And you saw the title of this video. I am back with my review for WWE TLC 2012. TLC took place at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, December 16, 2012. There was 8 matches on the official card, and there was 1 match that was featured on the YouTube pre-show live at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And it was a Santa's Little Helper match to determine the new #1 contender for the Divas title. It featured Layla, Caitlyn, Alicia Fox, Natalya, Tamina, Oksana, Rosa Mendez, and Naomi and Cameron, who were Brodus Clay's valets, the Funkadactyls, excuse me. Naomi picked up a surprising win in this match, and she really showed the world that she has some wrestling talent. She has the basics down. She's still a little green. She still has a lot to learn, but this was her first major time. This was her first time wrestling on mainstream WWE TV that I know of, and she did a pretty damn good job. She showed the world what she could do, and she's going to advance to a Divas title match a little bit later on in the night against the current Divas champion, Eve Torres. Then the first official match of the night, it was the Rhodes Scholars. Damian Sandow and Cody Rhodes, they squared off against Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara, and this was a great match. There was a lot of high-flying action. There was a lot of great spots. And at the end of the day, Rhodes Scholars picked up the win over Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio after Sin Cara ended up going through one of the tables that was lined up around the ring. This is after Cody Rhodes pushed him off the apron. Now, you could tell throughout this match that Sin Cara was favoring his knee. Quite possibly he was injured in this match, or maybe he had a pre-existing injury that he aggravated during this match. I know Rey Mysterio went into this match with an injured knee that's been giving him some problems, but really, to the casual fan, you would have never noticed. These two guys put on an incredible performance. All of the performers in this match did an incredible job. And here in the YWC, the YouTube wrestling community, the internet wrestling community, I hear a lot of criticism about Sin Cara. People are still criticizing him for sometimes missing maneuvers, botching maneuvers, as people like to call it. And I don't think the fans realize that he's transitioning from one style of wrestling to another style of wrestling. Down in Mexico, they wrestle to one side of the body, while here in America, they wrestle to the other side of the body. In the last few weeks, in the last few months, since he came back from that injury, he's really been polishing his craft. He's been getting better and better wrestling the American style. And I think pairing him with Rey Mysterio was incredible. Rey Mysterio was definitely rubbing off on him, and this was a great contest. Now, like I said, Rhodes Scholars were successful. They picked up the win, and they are your new #1 contenders for the tag team titles. Then we go into Antonio Cesaro versus R-Truth for the United States title. Antonio Cesaro was successful in this match. He picked up the win over R-Truth, and he is still your United States champion. Then we go into Kofi Kingston versus Wade Barrett, and this was kind of a mismatch. And I mean more for Wade Barrett than for Kofi Kingston. I mean, we have Wade Barrett. This was the man that tried taking over the WWE, tried enslaving John Cena, and now he's going for the Intercontinental title. I understand it is just a step in the rebuilding of Wade Barrett since he came back from that injury. Honestly, I really didn't want to see Wade pick up the title in this match. I would love to see Wade win. I am very, very fond of Wade, but I want to see Wade go for the World's Heavyweight title. Possibly have Sheamus pick up the strap, have him start feuding with Wade Barrett, and then see Dolph Ziggler potentially cash in. We'll get to that in just a little bit. But Kofi Kingston was successful. He picked up the win over Wade Barrett, and he is still your Intercontinental champion. Then we go into the big 6-man tag team match, The Shield, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns versus Team Hell No, which is Kane and Daniel Bryan and Ryback. Now, this was an incredible match. This was one of the matches of the night, if not match of the night. An incredible amount of physicality, incredible amount of spots, an incredible amount of violence. I mean, it was an incredible contest. I don't know what else to say. I mean, this was a great match. And the Shield got to show the world what they can do on the big stage. Now, I follow a lot of the indie promotions, so I've seen these guys come up, and I was really curious when they were going to finally make it to the big stage, and what kind of impact were they going to make? What were they going to do? And following them down in CWZ and down at NXT, and seeing them in these promotions, and then finally seeing them come to the main stage. I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible to see a new talent blossom, to take off, to finally make his niche, and these guys proved to the world what they can do tonight. The Shield was successful. They picked up the win over Team Hell No. Then we go into the Divas title match, Eve versus Naomi. Eve picked up the win over Naomi. Naomi started off real strong, and then you could tell that either maybe the big crowd got to her, maybe she got a little nervous, or maybe that was just the limitations of what she currently knows, but she started getting a little sloppy in the ring. I'm glad the match ended when it did. but Naomi really has a bright future. If she keeps working on her craft, if she keeps practicing her craft, I really see her doing big things. And like I always say in my videos, we got to respect the athletes that go out there and put their neck on the line for us, the wrestling fans, and put their heart and soul into it. And you can tell that all the performers on tonight's card did that. They put their heart into it. They cared about what they were doing. They cared about performing for us, the fans. Regardless if we like the gimmick or regardless if we like the character, they deserve our respect. Then we go into the World's Heavyweight title match, Big Show versus Sheamus. Now this is a knockout brawl. We see some incredible spots. I mean, Sheamus hit the white noise on Sheamus, threw a couple chairs. A chair ended up exploding, and this match finished when Sheamus got this double-wide chair and ended up just smashing Sheamus with it. He got the pin over him, and he is still your World's Heavyweight Champion. Then we go into the Miz, Del Rio, and a surprising third man in the Brooklyn Brawler. There was a segment a little bit earlier on in the night where three-man band came out. They were insulting the Spanish announce team. Ricardo Rodriguez ended up coming out, sticking up for them. They ended up running down Ricardo, and Del Rio came out. And I was really surprised that Ricardo and Del Rio got a pretty big pop from the Brooklyn crowd. Then they proposed a tag team match. They also ran down the Miz. I mean, there was this whole segment that unfolded to set up this match. And they started hinting maybe it would be Zack Ryder. The fans wanted Zack Ryder. They were chanting for Zack Ryder. I thought it maybe was going to be JTG because they were in Brooklyn, but it was the Brooklyn Brawler. Now, don't get me wrong. I grew up watching the Brooklyn Brawler, Steve Lombardi. I love the Brooklyn Brawler, but tonight I think the fans in the arena wanted something a little bit different. Sitting at home enjoying the nostalgic factor of his return is one thing, but the fans in attendance, you could tell they just really wanted something different. Now, the fans just really weren't into this match. Miz, Del Rio, and the Brawler picked up the win over three-man band, or as Wrestling Jesus would call them, alrighty, three-man jobbers, goddammit. They're jobbers. All right, I used that joke 2 times this night. You could also check it out on my review over with JC Styles on F and True Wrestling. It was a great review, 20-plus minutes long. It should be uploaded in just a little bit, so please check back if it's not up by the time you watch this video and complete this video. Then we go into the main event, Dolph Ziggler versus John Cena, the Money in the Bank World's Heavyweight title. Briefcase is on the line. Dolph Ziggler's briefcase is on the line, and this is an incredible match. This is one of the matches of the night, if not match of the night. Incredible amount of physicality, and like JC Styles said, a lot of fans want to dislike John Cena. Then he comes into a match like this, and he just impresses you, and you're just like, God damn, look what this guy can do. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, I have a John Cena shirt on because I like the message. It says never give up. I'm a kid that was 20-something years old, and I broke my neck and dislocated my shoulder, okay? I've already had to have shoulder surgery. Fortunately, I was able to heal my neck, but it's looking like I have to have a spinal fusion. So this is a message that I've lived by for the last few years. Never give up, because I can't give up. Because if I give up, who is my family? Who are my kids going to count on? That is real life. That is real talk. From Brian to you guys, my fans and subscribers. Not Brian Crazy, Brian, the real man. And John Cena just impressed the hell out of me tonight, and so did Dolph Ziggler. I mean, it was an incredible contest, and I mean, I couldn't ask for any more. And then we get right to the finish of the match. It looks like Cena's going to get the briefcase. It looks like Ziggler's going to get the briefcase. Cena's up on the top of the ladder. Then these guys are knocked out. And then we see Vicky Guerrero come out with a chair. She looks like she's going to assault John Cena. Then AJ comes out. She knocks down Vicky Guerrero. Then we see her do the move on Vicky Guerrero, the whole 5-knuckle shuffle. And then we see John Cena climb up the ladder. It looks like he's about to retrieve the briefcase. And then AJ betrays him. She knocks the ladder over. Dolph Ziggler picks up the win. Then she kind of gives him this look. She smiles and then goes skipping away. What's her motivation? Why did she do this? I mean, what an incredible pay-per-view to close out 2012. One of the best WWE events of the entire year. One of the best pay-per-views I've seen in the last few years. Hands down, TLC 2012, to be quite frank, kicked ass. Now, I want to know your guys' thoughts. I want to know your guys' opinions. I want you to drop them below. Please also check out my full review with JC Styles over on F and True Wrestling. And for the F and brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com, my name is Brian Crazy. I could not do without you. Me and JC could not do without you. Drop your comments below. Not only do you get to hear my thoughts, I want to hear your thoughts as well. This counts on you guys commenting, watching, liking, favoriting, and sharing with other wrestling fans. Please also follow me on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, and have a great night.